Hey guys, just want to show you some examples of your upcoming first like Photoshop or true Photoshop project. Anyway, these are all digital paintings. This should actually be a really easy and enjoyable project, especially on the iPad. Actually, I would almost recommend it over using a keyboard, mouse, or even trackpad. It'll be more natural, like drawing around, whether you have a stylus or not. These are some examples from last year's seventh grade class. Go and open them and show you. You'll be working essentially kind of like on top of a photograph. So don't fret if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have the drawing skills to do this. Kind of like think of this as a mix of tracing, painting, blending, that kind of stuff. And you'll be able to utilize the colors that are already inside the photograph of your choice. But your end result will look a lot more like a I don't want to say real painting because these are real paintings too, but like a oil acrylic or what have you kind of painting on like a canvas. We'll really actually only be using essentially one tool. You can add more on top of it if you want, but the requirements are just going to be this one tool called the smudge tool, which will blend the colors from the photograph together. It samples what's already there. So then if you want to go back in and add a little bit of flair to like detail parts, maybe like right here where the waves are crashing, that's what we'll kind of do. This one in particular had a lot of detail, like the foliage in the trees and stuff like that. You'll be able to choose any kind of landscape that you want, essentially. It could be fictional, it could be real, it could be kind of already a painting, up to you. It can be from existing things. This one here was from the video game Overwatch. A lot of these, I think, are then other ones that are real. I think this was a Bob Ross painting. The big thing that I recommend on what you choose, though, or not even recommend, but more so ask, is that it has depth. It has a foreground, like stuff that's up close, a middle ground, things that are like, not too far away, and then a background, stuff that's way in the distance. So just to give you an example from Sasha's from last year, the tree would be the foreground. It's right there. It's up close. So you can do detail work on the tree. And then the middle ground would be kind of like the field right here of grass. Still some detail, but not as much as the tree. And then the background would be this really beautiful sky and this mountain right here. Things that are in the distance, you'll have a larger brush when you're doing it, and it won't be as focused as the stuff in the front. So as you kind of think about what you might want to do, really look for something that has depth. All right. I'll be glad to answer your questions in class, guys.